Swedish Christmas has its own special character. It's partially due to the fact that Swedes preserved some pagan traditions. Their Christmas has nothing to do with God or Jesus' birth. They call it Yule. About the origin of Yule and Swedish pagan Christmas, I wrote a text, to which a link you can find below this video. Now let's move on to some Swedish Christmas creatures. Tomten can be found in all Scandinavian countries. He comes from Nordic mythology and usually appears around Christmas time or Yule season. In 1881, Swedish magazine Ny Illustrerad Tidning published a poem called Tomten by Viktor Rydberg, featured by a painting by Jenny Nyströms, which is the first example of depicting a tomte. He is an elderly man, no taller than 90 centimeters or 35 inches. He is having a wide, long beard. He's wearing woolen tunic, belted at his waist, and he is wearing on top of his head a conical cap. So from the appearance, he is similar to a gnome which you can put in your garden or might be freaking out whenever you see him. In Denmark, his name is Nisse, and under this name he appeared in Hans Christian Andersen fairy tales and then translated into English as Goblin. In Norway, he has 4 fingers and cat-like eyes, which are reflecting light in the dark. You may like him or not, but you don't want to piss him off, especially when you are a farmer, especially when you are a lazy farmer. Tomten is believed to be the first inhabitant of a farm, like the first ever, and then he was buried at this farm in a mound. When people were taking over the farm, the Tomten became a guardian of the farm and the animals living there. The family has to treat the Tomten well, so in return he will protect the people and animals from evil and all misfortune. However, once you insult him, he will pay you back with tricks, stealing your items, or even killing the livestock. He possesses an immense strength and even magic. The farmers have to watch out whenever they swear or urinate in the barns. This behavior might piss the Tomten off. He probably lives under the floor, so the family member have to watch out whenever they spill something on the floor. In that case, they should shout a warning to Tomten. Especially during Christmas time, the farmer has to remember about Tomten. While preparing the presents, the farmer cannot forget about blood for his guardian. Blood is a Nordic sacrifice, which in that case, no worries, is animal friendly. It's just a bowl of porridge which you leave for Tomten on Christmas night. If the farmer forgets to do it, he can expect his cow's tails tied up together the morning after. To make the porridge properly, the farmer has to remember about putting butter on top of it. Tomten loves butter on his porridge. If one forgets to do it, Tomten gets so angry that he's gonna kill all your cows, then he gets hungry, so then he's gonna come back to the porridge, finish it, and then discover the butter on the bottom. So he is grieving, he hurries to find an identical cow to replace the former with the latter. And this is the type of creature that Saint Birgitta warned against in the 14th century. At Christmas time, Tomten is accompanied by another Christmas creature, the Yule goat. Tomten and Yule goat are appearing on Christmas Eve, knocking on the door to hand out the presents. In some traditions, Yule goat was replaced with pig as a symbol of fertility. Celebrating Yule goat is probably connected with German paganism. It was believed that Thor was riding the sky in a chariot drawn by 2 goats, which names are impossible for me to pronounce, so I put them right here. Yule goat appears to make sure that preparation for Christmas is done right. During Christmas wassailing, people were dressing up in costumes, walking between houses and singing Christmas songs. And Yule goat was one of the costumes that people could choose from. Modern representation of Yule goat is usually made from straw. And in Swedish town Yule, one can find a big goat made of straw, which almost every year burns down since the 1960s. This time, boars are not protecting any farm or not handing out any gifts. Here they are eaten. Let's go back to Nordic mythology and names that I dare not to pronounce. This is the name of sacrifice of boar during the pre-Christian time, on Yule season. On boar bristles, the vows were made, and this is the name, and they were solemn, so there were punishments for breaking them. There is a legend that Harald Hairfair, the first king of Norway, he made a vow during this Christmas time and during the sacrifice, and the vow was not to comb his hair until he is ruling the whole Norway. Boar, as a pig, is a symbol of fertility, and the sacrifice was made in Freyr's name. In Scandinavia and England, this tradition was inherited by Saint Stephen. His feast day is on 26th of December. In old Swedish art, one can find Stephen bringing a head of boar to Yule dinner. Today, in modern times, there is an echo of this tradition, but instead of boar or boar's head, Swedes eat a ham, which is first boiled, then it's glazed with mustard and breadcrumbs, and then it's baked. Those were just few examples of Swedish Christmas traditions. For more, you can go to my website and find more text. All the links I put in the box below. I would love to read if maybe in your countries there are some unexpected traditions or maybe some specific creatures and what are they responsible for. Take care!